All right. Well, good. I think the others will join. Unfortunately, I can't see all the group at the same time. It shows 4 people simultaneously and not more. Helen, we can only see the photo. We can't see your video. Helen, can you hear us?
I think she doesn't hear us.
You think what?
I think she can't hear us. Maybe she is not with us because she had some problems, as I understood. Yeah. Because
I'm back and I've solved all my problems.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
How about the others? 1, 2, 3.
So there are only 4 of us.
6 already.
4. It says chat 4 here. This is where I can see how many.
Participants here.
The participants. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure what to do when not all the participants are present. Probably we shall start and they will join us or not. We'll start with the people who are present at the moment and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm not sure if everyone has seen me before. My name is Katya Kaninska. I have some experience in teaching, which I enjoy sharing with others. And it's the second seminar on speaking, and this time it's practical. Okay, so it's practical, and you are going to be the participants. You are going to be the teachers now. First of all, I'd like to go through the criteria which speaking activities should meet. At the last seminar, we went through them, and now I need your help. So I'll share a document with you. Last time it was so simple, and I thought that I would find it very easily. Can you help me? Where do you share?
Share screen, I think. No?
Yeah, but I can't see it. I can't see it for some reason.
Share screen. It's on the down panel.
Which panel?
It's down on the panel near the participants.
For some reason it was absent. Now it's here. I shouldn't make it full screen. That's fine. So I'll share the screen, and there'll be a document. It's the wrong document, but I'll switch very fast. This one. Okay. So, speaking like a pro, Marina is very creative with names. So she created this seminar name. So I'd like you to give me ideas or to tell me what you remember about the criteria of a good speaking activity, which encourages students to speak. Let's remember. Does anyone remember anything?
As far as what I remember, I wasn't present the last meeting, but I watched the video. It's what I remember: to correct mistakes. It is better, I think, to correct mistakes after the speaking activity, not during it.
Okay. So how can we put it? The focus is not on correcting mistakes, but on letting a student speak freely.
Yeah.
How? Okay.
To make student feel free to make mistakes or something like that, or not to be afraid to make mistakes, something like that.
I would put it fluency activity, like don't interrupt.
Yep.
Interrupt and mistakes later. Okay. Anything else?
Well, another thing, I guess, it was the task should have an information gap. So for the students to have this urge to talk and to find out something. So it's the main reason too.
Exactly. It's one of the most important things. Information gap. Okay. I'll make it bigger, I think. It's too small. More ideas?
Make it interactive.
Can you repeat, please?
Interactive.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, very good. So,
like involve your students into the conversation.
Interactive. And you said involve your students. In what way? There's something specific about it.
Extra questions, follow-up questions, no? Like why you explain.
Okay, so once again, who asks questions?
Both, I think.
Both. Yeah, so both initiate
right.
Conversation. Or not maybe conversation, but both initiate interaction. Let's put it interaction. Okay. Helga, I think there's something wrong with the sound. We can hardly hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, more? No, it is?
Maybe the topic should be personally engaging for a student to start speaking, to be interested actually in the topic.
I like it. However, let's make it bigger. What does it mean personal? Why are they personal?
So the student can relate to the subject. You know your student very well, you know what kind of maybe topics he or she is interested in, and you can kind of make your task more interesting for the student by choosing the topic that could work for him.
And relevant to the level, definitely, to make it relevant.
Okay, so personalized, like relevant to the level. I would say that this personalized thing is, I would paraphrase it slightly and say that this is something which a person can use in life, in their life. So if, for example,
application.
Practical.
Yeah, if I'm not going to sell cars, why should I like talk about selling cars or participate in such an activity? Okay, more ideas? No? Okay, well, now look, I'll put my collection here, and we compare. Okay. Let's see. What have we missed?
Oh, can be. Yeah, can be used in real life. Yeah, this one.
Both participants initiate communication or interaction. Yeah, that was your idea. Information gap also from you.
Can't avoid speaking.
The tasks should be built in such a way that the person cannot avoid speaking. That it's impossible that the person doesn't speak at all or says just yes or no.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And this response requires more than 1 or 2 words. And one more thing I have.
Variety of grammar.
And vocab needed.
What's needed?
Vocabulary, yeah. Special vocabulary needed.
Not necessarily special. Look, here I put it as not only target language, not only the language you're using now. So on the one hand, it's okay and it's good that you practice this language, you practice, for example, if it's present continuous, then you practice present continuous. But it's always good when a student has a chance to use any language they already have, not only the target language. So it's good not to limit them with this during the speaking activity. Design it in such a way. All right. If you have something to add, I'll be happy to hear.
Maybe not for now.
Huh?
Maybe not now, maybe later, yeah.
Now look, I will put this in the chat because I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and you will need them. You will need to see them. Okay. In order to put it into chat, I need to stop sharing, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll put them here so that everyone could see them. In our practice activities. Good. So while doing and while assessing the activities today, you will have to pay attention to these criteria and think about them. And you will also have to think, how would you answer the following questions? Oh, they are together. It's questions for analysis. Let's look at them. During each activity, there will be two participants. So the teacher, and the teacher will choose the student from us. I will be having a rest. I mean, I'll be taking lots of notes about your performance, okay? In order to be able to comment later. And the others will not be sitting idly. You will be busy thinking about these questions and the criteria, okay? So, did it work well? Does it meet the criteria, which we've just remembered? What would you change? What would you leave the same? And what would you add? You can take notes on paper in a document where you want to be able to comment later. Is it clear so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. One more time, I'm sharing the screen in order to set the order. Okay, can you see the screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, look, here we have participants, and I've got a list of all of you. Check. Can you see yourself there?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now, volunteers. Who wants to be the first? First, we are making a list of people. Who wants to be the first?
The first to do what? To practice.
The first to be the teacher.
Let me do this.
So it's Mila.
Yeah.
Mila, Sky H. Okay. One.
Who will be the second? It means, yeah? We are just making a list. Okay, I will be the second one.
So it's Lena, Sky H. Okay. Next.
Let me be the third one. Olga, Sky H, number 2.
Olga, yeah, I see. So it's this, right?
Yes, right, you.
Okay. So the bravest. Now the ones who are shyer. Who's next?
I could be next. Oh, yeah.
I can't see who's speaking.
O-L-Y-A.
Ola. So
Second
it's Ola.
yeah.
You want to be the next one, right? Okay. Next is Ola.
Listen to me. Helga. Can you hear me well now?
Yes, quite well. Yes, and this is Helga. You want to be the next, right? Okay. Helga. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay, next is Helga. Next.
I can be the next.
Helen.
Can you hear me well? Actually, I wanted to ask.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Better than many. I'm not sure. Probably I'll put the headphones as well. Okay. Next, we've got Maria and Ola. Maria. So Maria wants to be the next one. Okay. There was supposed to be 10 people, but you see, someone got ill. And Maria and Ola. Is Ola present?
I think no.
So we see that Ola is not present, actually. Okay, if she joins us, then we'll have 8 people. If she doesn't, then we'll have just 7. Okay, very good. So, first, Mila. Mila, I can see you. Mila, you will be the teacher. You need to choose the student for yourself, but not me. Anyone but me. I'll be busy. Stop sharing. You
Just
don't.
Anyone?
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Olga Yevstigneva.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, you'll be my student.
It's nice that you have picked me.
Okay. Good. Now, Mila, you need to tell approximately what grammar or vocabulary is this activity for, and what level of the student. We agreed that the levels are lower levels, so it can be elementary or pre-intermediate.
Okay, so you mean my activity, which I prepared?
Yes, which you prepared and which you're going to show us, to demonstrate with Olga.
Okay, so well, basically this activity, it's like pretty universal. You can use it for elementary level and for pre-intermediate, but it's better for pre-intermediate. And should I share the screen somehow? Yeah?
Yes, sure.
Share the screen.
If it's possible technically, then yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a rating game. I love them really much. So it's called Lifeboat. So the condition is that you should imagine that you're in the Pacific Ocean and your ship is wrecked and you're in the lifeboat and you have got 15 things. And among them are all of these ones: a calculator, a water can of 25 liters, a dry food supply, a signal skyrocket, a small mirror, maps of the Pacific Ocean, the anti-mosquito net, a can of petrol, 2 meters of non-transparent wrap, a liter of rum, 80%, 250 meters of nylon rope, repellent, it's like a device for scaring away the sharks, 2 boxes of chocolates, a swimming pillow, and a fishing rod. And well, basically your task is to rate these objects from the most important to the least important for the survival, as like according to your opinion, and to explain your decisions. Well, this activity is really good for the pair work and for group work, but it can be also done, I guess, like with a single student. You'll have like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to rate it for yourself, from 1 to the 15, and then explain your reflections. Why did you make those choices?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's a tough task. I see everything and I want to have everything. Plus, you know, a person would be perfect. Is there any person on this list?
Would be best of all.
Yeah.
You can imagine someone with yourself in a boat, like it's okay. And you have all of these things. So you have all of them in the boat. It's just important to rate them from the most important for your survival to the least important.
Okay. So can you explain this word wrap? I don't know what it means.
Repellent, you mean? Repellent?
No, transparent wrap.
Wrap. It's like a piece of how to say that, polyethylene. I'm sorry.
Polyethylene. Okay. Okay. So let me start. First, I think the most important things is signal skyrocket.
Okay, and why do you think so?
To show people that I'm here on the island, on the boat. Okay, maybe the second one, the second thing is maybe a fishing rod. Because I'll have to eat something.
Well, yeah, you don't know how long you will stay in the boat. Yeah, good, okay.
Maybe the third one will be Well, I think that something. Water can. So it would be possible for me to store some water, maybe rainwater. Okay. Then I don't know. Maybe everything rest is just, I don't know. Maybe signal small. I don't know, mirror. I don't need it. Maybe maps, but. Okay, maybe anti-mosquito net.
Why maps? What would you do with them?
Oh, I will try to figure out where I am. I will try to, at least.
Okay.
Okay, then maybe a rope.
What would you use it for?
Okay, to maybe to bring some wood from the forest on the island if I have some opportunity, and to build a kind of shed for me, I don't know, or a kind of small, how do you say plot in English?
Oh my God. Girls? I don't really remember. I mean, I know, but I don't remember.
Okay, let it be
which
special. Plot.
Raft.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, raft. It's like rafting, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, good. And I don't know, maybe 2 boxes of chocolate to make my day sweet.
And 1 liter of rum.
Yeah.
To make it perfect.
Well, I think it will be quite nice because if I have some, I don't know, scratch or something like this, I can use it as a medicine.
Actually, yeah.
Not only inside, but also outside.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, I think that's it.
And about the other ones, you just need to rate like from till the 15th.
Oh my God, what is left here? Maybe dry food supply will be nice too.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure that I will catch fish. Then maybe, well, what else? A can of petrol to start fire. Maybe a repellent. It goes with the mosquito net. It's quite nice. I suppose this island is kind of tropical, maybe, and I will have to.
Okay, there's just one small condition. You should like think. Well, you can think about the island if you get there. But the idea is just to think about surviving here and now in this lifeboat in the ocean.
Okay, sorry. I misunderstood the task actually. I'm on a boat actually, yeah?
Yeah, just right on boat.
Okay, then maybe I don't well, I don't need a repellent, but I will have this transparent wrap again to catch fish.
Yeah.
Maybe swimming pillow will be the last option because I can swim and I don't need it on the boat, and maybe not on the last, but small mirror plus a calculator will be last options for me.
Okay, that's right. What could you do with them?
Okay. A mirror to have one more person look at me to enjoy myself if I don't have anybody to talk to, and calculator maybe to count, I don't know.
Just to train your brain.
Yeah, to train my brain.
Okay,
have
very
a kind of
device. Ways to do them. Thank you. Well, yeah, basically that's the whole task, and like you can give it to the group or to the pair of students, and well, they can discuss it, or like one person can express his or her ideas, and then there is actually like, well, the right order of those things. Well, it's just a suggested order which has been made according to the experts of, I don't know, some society. They created this task and they just they like explained their choice. So the first thing is actually mirror, because it's the best way to give the signal to planes and ships. So do you want me to read like this order?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, so number one, it's like they suggest to take petrol because you can pour it on the water and it will be like a spot of petrol firing and like drafting around. And so the shapes and the planes from above, they also can see it. And then the third one, it's like the water. It's a can like of water. So there are 25 liters of clear water in it already. So you need to fight. It will help you to fight the thirst, like some first days of your being staying there. Then number four, it's like some supply of food, of dry food, because it would be the main nutrition, because like there's a less chance that you will catch some fish with a fishing rod in the middle of the ocean. Well, it's possible, but not that very possible. And the fifth one is like a non-transparent wrap, because you can gather the rainwater with it and it will like help you very much. And you can protect yourself from the storms, like in this lifeboat.
Okay, I think that 5 is enough. I'm sorry, we need to wrap it up. Okay, thank you. So remember the 5 and you'll definitely survive. The others, as far as I understand, are less important.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, after each activity, Mila, thank you, perfect timing. It took you 7 minutes. One kind of comment, Olga, did you really behave like an elementary or pre-intermediate level student?
Not really.
Not really. So the next participant, we are choosing the level so that you could pretend to be that student, because we are also checking if this activity for 7 minutes is appropriate for this level, or we may discover that for such an activity we need not 7 minutes, but for example 20 minutes. So, we are doing this for this reason too. Okay, so please try to pretend and like keep it in mind that you should be probably making mistakes, and then Mila would have to comment somehow on what you said later, or you might have difficulties in saying something. So try to pretend to be students of the given level. Okay, Olga Yevstigneva,
Yes.
I mean the student this time. How did you feel during the activity?
Well, I think this is a nice activity. It's really engaging. I must say that it creates a kind of situation which can be connected with real life. Of course, it's imaginative, but still. It's interesting to contemplate, I would say, to speculate on this idea. But if I were an elementary student or a pre-intermediate student, I think I would have and I would need more vocabulary. I would have lots of questions about some, I don't know, maybe the translation, because it seems to me that like even anti-mosquito net or transparent wrap can be quite challenging, you know, for an elementary pre-intermediate student. Then,
which we also need to keep in mind, right? When preparing activities. Okay, thank you, Olga. Like at this stage, the comments are short. Mila, we're going to talk to you later. Okay, next. The next person is
me.
Lena.
So I would like to present you a game. I think that a lot of people have heard of this game. It is called Taboo Game. Yeah.
Just a second. We need to choose a student.
Helen. Let it be Helen.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yes. So sorry. Yes. So this is a Taboo Game that maybe like a lot of you have heard already. Yes, and I think it's more for pre-intermediate, maybe even intermediate student. But the idea. Let me explain you the idea. So I send you in chat the file, like the document.
Just a second. Now it's 13:02. And you are starting your work with Helen. So you're going to explain this activity as if you were explaining to a student of which level?
Let's say pre-intermediate.
Pre-intermediate, okay. Well, Helen, you know your role. Starting now.
Yes, okay, so Helen, the idea of the game is that I sent you the list of words. You can open it from our chat. Yeah, have you opened?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great. So you see the list of words. There are actually 96 of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I choose any number from 1 to 96, and your task is to explain the word, yes, that is under this number, but you are not allowed, you can't use the words that are given below the red line.
Okay, I got it.
Is that clear? Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great, yes. Okay, good. So I choose the number. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
If you don't know the word, you can tell me to choose another word, okay? If it is
Okay,
difficult
deal.
for you. Deal? Great. Okay, so let's start with number 33.
33.
I'm not looking at the list. Yes.
Aha. You know, I remember I've heard this word. I hope I really know what it means.
Okay.
Aha. When people have relations, when people love each other, sometimes they have this in their life. Yes. For example, a woman thinks that her man has another woman, and this is her feeling.
Okay, good. So she thinks that her husband doesn't like her anymore, yeah, right? What do you mean?
Maybe he loves her, but he also loves another woman.
Okay, good. Another woman. And has their wife seen her husband with that woman?
It's not necessarily, it's not important. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't, but...
So it's like her suggestion. She thinks that he might have a relationship.
She feels that.
She feels that.
In her heart.
In her heart. And it makes her feel crazy, yeah? Kind of.
And crazy, yes. Such people can be crazy.
Maybe I'm
But
wrong.
if I understand correctly this word, it's difficult.
Okay, good. Maybe it's like the feeling of being jealous or something like that? No?
Yes, you are right.
Thank you. Great. Okay, now it's your turn to choose a number, and I will explain it to you, okay? And you will try to listen and guess what is that.
Sure. Let it be 55.
55. Okay, just a second. Okay. Can you choose another number, because I'm not sure if we have had this word.
56.
56. Okay, nice, good. So 56. It is a very beautiful thing, and in the autumn, these things, they just fly from high things, and there are a lot of these things on the ground. You can walk and push these things with your feet, and it's like beautiful feeling when you push these things and they fly in the air.
I know.
Yeah? What is that?
They are leaves.
Yeah, perfect. Like actually one leaf. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, great. Good job. Thank you. So we will continue next time. If you like this game, we will start our next lesson with this game. Great. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you too. Yeah, so this way.
Okay. So Lena, you've finished with your activity.
Yes, that's right.
So Helen, as a student, how did you feel?
In general, I love this activity and I use it with my students. Just one maybe moment that we should carefully choose those words we want for our students to discuss. Yeah, because here I saw lots of words which I believe my students don't know, pre-intermediate students.
Yeah.
But in general, it's perfect and it's really speaking provoking.
Okay, when you were pretending to be a pre-intermediate level student, how easy or how difficult was it for you to explain these words? There was one word you explained, right?
Jealous, yeah.
Yes, not using the words below the red line.
As for my word, it wasn't difficult at all because I chose absolutely different way of explaining. Yeah, I think they wanted from me to explain jealousy in a little bit different way. Yeah, when you want something that other people have, but I decided to choose relations, and so it wasn't a problem at all.
Okay, so you found a way anyway, and you think that
students can do it. Sure.
Good, thank you. The next teacher is Olga.
Okay, sorry, I haven't prepared any visual data, but I can manage the oral task.
Okay, no problem.
So
like this,
one of my
this wasn't set like a visual task. Okay.
Okay. So I think I'd choose Mila too, in order to be my partner, my student. And
don't forget that all people should be should participate today. Okay. Mila is okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of my, I wouldn't say favorite activities, but one of the nicest activities for elementary and pre-intermediate students. It is called a snowball. Actually, it's a kind of game which presupposes continuing the sentence one by one. So, for example, I say the first word, and then my student continues the next one. Of course, it's a it can be done in pairs.
I'm sorry to interrupt you here. You are describing the activity to us as the teachers, but I'd like Mila not to know it before you explain it, as if you're explaining to the student. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, just one moment. I got lost a little bit in the Zoom. I can't see the main video. What should I
maybe you should stop sharing.
Stop sharing. All right. Oh, thank you. I'm back.
Okay, so Mila, we are going to do the following task. You understand? You know that we previously we were talking about our everyday life activities. Like I get up, I brush my teeth, I then go to the shower, etc. Let's do the following. Let's make up the sentences with you, somehow connected with everyday life activities. I start, I say the first word, you need to continue this sentence. And the person who cannot continue anymore repeats the whole sentence from the beginning. For example, I say I, you say wake, I say up, you say at, I say 6, you say AM, and I can continue always, yeah? And I cannot continue anymore, and I say the sentence completely. I wake up at 6 p.m., oh, sorry, AM, always. Is it clear?
Yeah, pretty clear.
Okay, let's start. Okay, I
wash my face. Wash.
Okay, yeah, right, you are only one word. Wash. Okay, my
face.
Every
day
at
7
a.m.
in the okay.
And you say
in the bathroom.
Okay, good. So repeat the sentence, please.
I wash my face every day at 7 o'clock in the bathroom.
Right, you are. Okay, now I begin again with my brother.
Wakes.
Okay.
Wakes up.
Okay, no, wakes up. Okay, at
2 p.m.
Sometimes.
On weekends.
Okay, it's better to say at the weekend.
At the weekend, yes.
Okay, can you repeat the sentence, please?
My brother wakes up at 2 p.m., sometimes at the weekends.
Okay, right. Now I start. Usually.
My dog.
Okay, let it be my dog. Barks.
At people.
who
come
to
the yard.
Okay, that's it. I cannot continue. Can you repeat the sentence, please?
My dog usually barks at people who come to the yard.
Okay, and you can start with the word usually. Yeah, usually my dog barks at people, right? Okay, and maybe one more sentence. Yeah, we
always
right, you are go
to the club
at
2 p.m.
Okay, on
Tuesdays.
Together. Okay, can you repeat the sentence?
We usually go to the club at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays together.
Okay, very nice. Thanks indeed.
Thank you much. It's such fun.
I think that's it.
I like it.
You could go on because actually your activity took only 5 minutes, so you had 2 more minutes. But
okay, so I can actually express also my my attitude. Sorry. So Mila, you did very good. I liked that you used such words as usually, always, and you understand that you can start such sentences as usually, always, sometimes. Then you can end up the sentence with them, and you can even insert these words after the subject. For example, you can say we usually and then go. Okay. Also, I liked that you used a lot of prepositions. For example, at 5, at 2, then on Monday. But remember, how do we say на выходных?
At the weekends.
Yes, you're right. Great. I think that's it.
Okay. So you had some more time and you knew how to extend the activity.
Yeah, okay.
Language feedback.
Usually students like the feedback, especially when they are praised.
Yeah,
of course, and they should always be praised, sure. Okay, Milan, as a student, how did you feel during this activity?
That was very interesting, very creative task, and it motivated to think. And I guess it's a very good thing for elementary and intermediate students to like organize the structure of sentences and to understand it.
Do you think you always organize the structure of the sentence as well?
What? Sorry?
Do you think you always I'm sorry. Do you think you always organize the structure of the sentence as well in this activity?
Run? You mean run?
Well.
Well?
Do it well?
Well, not exactly. Not probably very well, because I had a challenging task to expand the sentences, like to expand and expand and expand them. Yeah, so I just targeted on that. But anyway, like it's quite possible. You can have different structures of sentences.
So you, as a student, were busy thinking of ideas, right?
Ideas, yeah, and making up sentences.
Good. Well, very good. Thank you, Olga and Milan.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
The next one is Ola.
It's me. I will choose Maria as a student.
Ola and Maria. Maria, can you say something?
Yeah, I will try to share the screen too with you.
Maria, can you please say something?
Yes, can you hear me well?
Okay. It's when you say something, you appear on the first screen. That's why.
Okay, Maria, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Maria. So
Ola,
begin.
your time is 13:17, and now you are the teacher.
Okay, Maria. So we continue studying the topic of sports, and on this slide you see the picture of the sportsman. Do you see it?
Yes, I can see. Yeah.
Okay, so please read the task. Okay, you see it on the purple field. Please read it.
Yes. picture of sportsman. Use your imagination and speak about him. Number 1.
Okay, first of all, Maria, let me interrupt you, yeah? Do you understand the task?
Yes.
Okay, so you see, you have a picture, yes, of a sportsman. You have to talk about him, right? So first of all, maybe before we start speaking, let's think of the name for him. Can you give me the first name, last name? What do you think is his name?
Maybe let it be John Simon.
Okay, and now we will try to create a little story about him. Yes, tell more about his life. So read question number 1, please.
The first question, where does he live? Probably he lives in the USA, because I know this game is very, very popular in the United States, and they usually play this game from the childhood. So I suppose that he is American.
Okay, so what kind of game is this, Maria?
This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is basketball, right?
Yes, you're right. This is basketball. And he looks like a player from NBA, probably, yes? So that's why you maybe mentioned the USA, right? Okay, maybe you can guess which part of the USA is he from?
Maybe from some of the eastern part or southern part of the USA. But actually, I think that they play this game everywhere in the United States.
Okay, so it can be anywhere. Okay, good, very good. And now read the second question.
Okay, what else does he like to do besides basketball? Well, I think that he is a sportsman. That's why he probably likes to go to the gym, and he usually does it maybe 2-3 times a week, because he has to be in good shape.
Okay, good.
Maybe he likes to eat some healthy food, and maybe he does shopping by himself. Maybe he buys some products by himself, prepare some cooking, just to be in good shape. And of course, maybe he has got a lot of friends, because he has a big team, basketball team, and he likes to hang out with them somewhere.
Yeah, very, very good ideas. And maybe you also see something special about his appearance. Yeah, look at his right arm. Yeah, what do you see there?
Oh, well, yes, I didn't mention it yet. I didn't pay attention to it.
So what do you see there?
A tattoo, am I right?
Yes, you're right. That's a tattoo.
Oh, yes. Well, also maybe like a part of American culture. I know that it's very popular to have tattoos, so maybe it means something.
We cannot see exactly what is on it, right? What is there, but it could be also one of his hobbies. Yeah,
maybe one of his hobbies, and maybe then name of his team, or maybe some symbol.
So it's important for him, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now question 3.
Okay, and what kind of food does he eat? Well, a good question. Actually, I think that he eats some very nutritious, of course, because some nutritious food, maybe some meat, some fish, because he uses a lot of energy every day. Maybe also some fruit, fresh fruit, vegetables, some salad. But sometimes, as every normal person, he probably eats some pizza, some junk food as well. Probably.
Okay, so do you think sportsmen are allowed to eat this kind of food, or maybe they have a stricter diet?
I think they have strict diet, but sometimes, why not?
Okay, good. So he loves desserts too. Nice. Okay, and now the last question here, number 4. Read it, please.
Yes, but unfortunately I cannot.
You cannot see it? Just a second. I'll try to. Okay, maybe I will read it to you, okay? So what kind of music does he like?
Okay, what kind of music? Maybe he likes some rap music, popular, because he's in a basketball team, and that's why maybe it's like a part of this culture.
That's like a common stereotype, right?
Yes.
Perhaps sportsmen may like. Does he have a favorite rap singer?
Maybe.
Can you name?
Actually, unfortunately, I don't know many of them. Maybe Eminem, maybe 50 Cent. I don't know.
Okay, very good. So you used your imagination really well, I think. And now let's wrap it up. Yes. So imagine you have to introduce this person to somebody. So tell the whole story. Yes, tell a story about this person.
Like from the very beginning?
Yes. Yes, about his name, and then answer all these questions, but make it like a story, right?
And shall I tell how old is he?
You can add that information as well if you want.
Okay, great. Well, I would like to introduce you to my friend. His name is John Simon. He is 20 years old. He is from the United States. He's from state Florida. He plays in a very famous basketball team, and he has been liking basketball for all his life, and that's why he is very fond of this kind of sport. During his free time, he likes to go to the gym, to hang around with his friends. Also, he likes cooking, and especially some very healthy food and some very healthy dishes. And he is very kind and nice and friendly person.
Okay, very nice. I see you added some new information to your story, yes? So once again, thank you for using your imagination so well. And he sounds like an interesting person to meet. So thank you, Maria. That's very good.
Okay, thank you, Ola. Okay, so, 7 minutes were quite enough for this type of activity. Thank you. So you planned carefully. Maria, as a student, how did you feel? What level, by the way?
It was intermediate. I'm sorry.
Once again?
Intermediate.
Intermediate, a little bit higher. Okay. So, Maria, how did you feel?
Honestly, I like this task very much. I've never been thinking of such tasks like that, but it seems to be very interesting because you can describe every person. Actually, you can post a picture of any person. It can be a doctor, a teacher, or anybody. Or even if you work in some company, you can post the photo of some of your co-workers and describe them somehow, like in a good way.
And write everything you think of them.
Yes, there are no incorrect answers. That's why this activity is nice. You just use your imagination.
Yes, and you can change questions, and you can add some more questions, some more personal questions, some more general questions, like anything.
Okay. So, were you involved and interested in this activity? I'm sorry.
Yes, I was involved, and I switched on my imagination. Because in the morning, in the afternoon, it doesn't work so much, but I tried to switch it on, and it was very, very interesting and involving.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you, Maria. And Ola. Maria and Ola, thank you. Okay. The next person is Helga. So just a second. I need to check if everything's up. Wow, what a screen! Beautiful. So this is Olga.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to close.
I see.
That's my desktop.
I see.
Just trying to find a button to stop sharing.
You need. It's somewhere at the top, and it says "Stop sharing."
Okay.
For this, you need to leave the full screen mode. Try to press escape, for example.
Just a second. Sorry.
I did it somehow, but I don't know how. No?
There is some small button, like under
red one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, under the video, I guess.
Under the video.
Yeah,
I just see the small screen with videos, and that's all. I didn't see any buttons here. Just maybe I'll try to exit and then come back. Just not to take your time.
No. Please don't. I'm afraid we might lose you. Let me do this myself. Just full screen, and then I'll remember.
I cannot go back to the full screen.
Haha, now I don't remember how to leave this. Look, I press escape. Just press escape. I pressed escape and it got smaller.
Trying.
No, doesn't work?
No, doesn't work.
No, I think you should open your page. I mean, the screen which was before, and then press escape.
Let's try this. This is for all of us because we might do that with our students, right?
And then try to press escape.
Mm-hmm. So, such tricky Zoom.
Sorry.
And where is your Zoom? I don't see it on the panel, like on the bottom. I can't see it.
Yeah, this is okay. Just a second, maybe. Oh, I think I found it. Is that okay now?
No.
No. I stopped sharing. I think stop share. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Good.
Thank you for help.
The button. Yes. So this technical matters. And are you sure what you've done? Did you manage to make the screen smaller? Yes. And then you found. Can you repeat, please? No sound.
Oля, we can't hear you. You have mute.
Oh, I saw the menu on the top. Yes.
Okay, so you finally saw it. I think that like what happened to Ola is what might happen to your student when you ask them to share. So unfortunately, I don't work with Zoom. Sorry. Unfortunately, I don't work with Zoom every day, so I'm not so skilled at it, but you should be able to help. We managed. Okay, good. Next, there was a call for Helga. Helga, can you say something? So you appeared in the first.
Can you hear me? Can you?
I can hear you, but you don't appear on the first screen anyway.
Yes.
Helga. Here you are. Okay. So Helga, and who are you choosing as your student?
Okay, Lena or Ola? Who wants to be?
Choose one. Choose one.
Mine. Okay. Lena, can you hear me?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Thanks.
Very good. The level.
The level, I think, let it be elementary or pre-intermediate. Okay.
Can you
So
choose
elementary.
Just a second. Can you choose one? Because
Lena, I think.
Yeah, I choose the level. Okay, let's be elementary.
Yeah,
I will try to make mistakes.
Okay.
Right, so I try to share my screen.
Okay.
Just a second. Now it's 13:30 and your time is starting.
Share screen. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Share screen. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a little bit. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes, yeah, clearly.
My activity is called board game. Actually, name your favorite.
Good.
The way it looks. Look, name your favorite.
Yeah.
The theme is very simple. Actually, we're going to use pardon for these images, but anyway, we're going to use this online die roller. Yeah.
Good.
So we're going to roll it.
Okay.
Count the scores, the points. Yeah, like number 3.
Okay.
Look, we move along the board. Yeah, we count the scores.
Yeah, I see.
Cold drink. You need to tell me about your favorite cold drink and explain why. We're going to turn one by one. Agree?
Okay, good. So 3, yes, cold drink. Good. Good. So my favorite cold drink, cola. I like it because it's tasty, and I drink it. I drink it in the summer.
Isn't it very sugary?
Sugary? You mean sweet sugary? Yeah.
A lot of sugar in it.
Maybe, but I drink it only in the summer and not during other seasons. So maybe it's okay.
It's okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Right. Now looks like my turn. Yeah, okay, like
number 2.
So I'm going to tell you about my favorite fruit. Yeah? My my favorite fruit is oranges.
Uh-huh.
I eat them in all seasons, in summer, winter, and I think they are quite healthy. They are quite good for us. Do you agree?
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Okay, good. So now your turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Like one.
One. Uh-huh.
So the next one is your favorite hot drink. Yeah. And you?
Oh, yeah, my favorite hot drink, coffee. And I like it in the morning when I wake up. Yes, and it's tasty.
Do you drink coffee in the evening?
No, I don't, because I can't to sleep.
Okay, I see. Okay, so I think like, oops, pardon.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, number 6, right? So, fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, my favorite foreign language. Of
Interesting.
course, English. I'm teaching English, so it's my favorite language now.
Okay.
But French and German are also good for me. I like them both too.
Okay.
Rena, what's your favorite foreign language?
I like Italian. It's beautiful, and maybe I study. How to say it in future? I
will learn, I think.
I will learn it in future.
Because it's your hobby, yeah? You're going to learn.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
Get the information.
Okay,
cool, right? Yep. Right, so number 4. Okay.
Again, hot drink. From that one.
You've already answered the question, yeah? So we're going to change it. Oops. Sorry, something.
It's okay.
Technical problems. Pardon, girls. Okay. Right. 4 again. Oh gosh. 1. Let's do like 5.
5.
Okay. 5. Can you tell me about so like hot drink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you please tell me about the city you have visited?
You have
the city you have just visited, or
okay. What does it mean? You have visited. I have this.
Like, for example, last month you went to this place and then you back, and now you've got some nice memories about this.
Okay. So can I say I visited or I have visited?
Better. So I have visited. Okay. Or you can give me the time. For example, like last weekend I visited.
Okay, good. Last weekend I visited my my city of parents, or my parents' city, and I like it. It's beautiful and small.
Okay, yes, please. Okay, my turn. The same city you have visited.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's a challenge for me. It was last year, definitely. Maybe it's the same. You know, Ellen, for me it was like my hometown.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like it?
It's okay. I don't know.
Okay. Good.
Right. Good. So let's move on. Yeah.
Good.
4.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
We can't move on anymore. It's like your time is up. 7 minutes. Okay, thank you. You have time to wrap it up somehow. Like, what would you say at the end of the activity?
I think first of all, I didn't count this technical problem. Yeah, you can appear during the lesson sometimes. The second thing, my student, her level is elementary.
Yeah.
And constructions like present, they are okay for elementary, but maybe more like level A2, something between elementary and pre-intermediate level, right? Like present perfect structures. Some mistakes, language mistakes, like study and learn. I should explain the difference using my conversation to feel right. And maybe I should give more information how to use have plus, like third form of the verb construction. Yeah, I corrected her like last weekend, but I didn't explain it to her. Why?
Okay.
Actually, yeah, do not have 7 minutes is not enough. I realize maybe more like 10 minutes.
Yeah, for such an activity, 7 minutes is definitely not enough, but you showed like a part of it. So it's okay.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Before I forgot. In such activity, for example, about cold drink, yes, Lena made mistakes, like my favorite drink, cola. And shouldn't we correct these mistakes like this immediately? Because this game is really long. And if you start explaining all these moments in the end, it will take 20 more minutes. Maybe some small moments it's better to correct immediately.
Ladies who were present at our mistake correction seminar, what can you say?
It depends on student.
Go on.
It depends on student. If you know, yes, you work with student. If you know that student like or makes these mistakes all the time, yes, and so you can correct them immediately. For example, if it is like maybe you can take it during the second lesson or third lesson with student, or you can correct them in the end, like to sum up and so on. Be attentive, but from my point of view, it's better, I agree with Helen, to correct them like immediately, because they can be forgotten and you maybe are not able to write down all of them. You can forget something. So like you called drink, coffee, yes. Are you sure you didn't forget something or something like that in this way?
I'd also correct immediately, because all this game is connected with the same construction. Yes, my favorite fruit is, my favorite sport is. And to make 20 mistakes, I don't know. Yeah. Really, I would correct.
Okay. Can I comment here?
Sorry?
I wanted to make sure that you finished and I can say something.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. It depends not only on the student, but it depends on the focus of the activity. If you are training accuracy, yes, it's possible to correct immediately. Such a long activity, as Helen said, there are like 20 questions. I would correct it the first time the student made these mistakes, and maybe the second. After that, I wouldn't correct this mistake anymore, because the student already knows how they should say it. And I would get back to this at the end of the activity. I wouldn't correct it more than twice during the if the focus is accuracy. If the focus is fluency, I wouldn't touch it at all. At all, only after we finish. Because if your focus now is training the students' fluency and you keep interrupting them, what fluency will you train? You won't.
Sure.
So teachers really can do various things. And I also gave an example of my student who does not pay attention, like for years, he hasn't been paying attention to any like corrections, apart from immediate corrections. So I tried everything and I decided that, okay, if it works with you, no problem. But I combine both during the lesson and then I remind him afterwards. So, and this helps slowly, but it does. You look at the situation. Okay, good. Well, Lena, as a student, how did you feel?
Oh, it was quite interesting, interactive, and I think students always want to know more about the teacher and yes, their hobby and so on, so they like to talk about something. Yes, and yeah, it was interesting, not difficult to understand as for elementary student. Yeah, but maybe. To give some structures, for example, in chat before starting this activity, yes. So I would advise to use such structure, like my favorite, like drink is, I like, and so on, to give some phrases so that student can look at them and yes, use them, like forgot this word, shablon, forgot this word,
Chunk.
Yeah, yes, in this way. But it was great, thank you.
Okay. Wanted to say something here. Why do you think the teacher's choice not to give you these phrases would be good?
Not to give me these phrases.
Yeah. A teacher can choose not to give you these phrases before.
Yeah, to give freedom, to feel free to talk and to make mistakes, as we said it at the beginning. Yes, so not to like restricted frame, yes, what to use, what not to use, but use your imagination, of course.
And you can do both. You can give the phrases which you expected, or you can choose not to give these phrases, depending on what you want to do. Whether you want the students to learn these new phrases or revise them, or you want to train fluency.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Next is Helen.
Yeah.
So
it's me.
Okay. Well,
I choose Oля as a partner. Okay. Yeah. Level, I believe it can be different, but let's stop at elementary pre-intermediate level.
Choose one. One student cannot be of two levels. One student is one level.
He can be in the middle, but okay. Let it be elementary. We've just studied appearance. Sure, simple vocabulary, but legs, hair, and so on. This activity can be individual, it can be pair work, and it can be group work. Now I propose you to practice group work, so Ola will be the main participant, she will be the speaker, and you girls, I propose you just to interact with us. You'll need a pen, I'm sure everybody has.
Just a second. We need to make sure that this type of activity is useful for the other participants. Just a second. I'll explain what I mean. In your lessons in Sky Age, how often do you have more than one student?
Not often. Sure, it's just from time to time. We've got speaking clubs, grammar lessons with group, small group. But now I just propose you to interact.
Just a second. This seminar is like a practical seminar in order to model typical situation. So as far as I know, like the most typical situation is one or two students, right?
Yes,
okay.
Sure.
So I will allow you to choose one more student and they will be participating, okay?
Okay, sure, but it's just fun.
Okay.
Let it be.
Okay, so choose one more student.
It can be me, because in typical lessons, sure, just me and my student. So usually my student does work, speaking activity, and I participate, I don't know how to say, I will be an artist. But I propose, girls, who wants to be an artist? Who has a piece of paper and a pen?
I have, and Mila, I think, no.
I think everybody has, actually, because I take notes. Okay, everybody who wants, you can take part, okay?
Okay.
And now I will give main instructions to Ola, okay? So, Ola, I've sent you file. I've sent it in advance, so other girls can't see it. We will show it to you a little bit later, okay? In the end of activity. And Ola will give you simple instructions, and you should follow her instructions and draw. You remember, we've just studied appearance, just some simple words, okay?
Okay.
Ola, don't forget about numbers.
Okay.
Yes.
I will try.
Don't use colors, use numbers and appearance words.
Okay, no colors.
No colors. I have one pen.
Okay. So, okay. Think about rain. Okay. But not big rain, but a small piece of rain. One part of rain.
Okay.
Part of water. So this is your shape. Just draw one thing.
Big one?
Middle.
Okay.
Not big, not small. Okay. Okay, this thing, it looks like a face. Okay, but the face is not usual. Okay, first of all, there are 8 eyes. Okay, one eye is on the left. So draw one eye on the left.
Inside?
Inside this water. Yes, inside this
Okay.
shape. Okay, one eye on the left, it's the biggest eye, the biggest, or the most big. Okay, okay, now draw the other eyes next to it, yeah, but they are small eyes. So you have to draw a circle and a black dot inside, but one eye is bigger than others. So one eye is really big.
So are there 8 eyes?
Just a moment. Yes, 8 eyes. Yeah.
And they can be anywhere.
They are like on the same line. Almost. Kind of.
Okay.
Okay, this thing has no nose. So you need to draw a long mouth. So start from the left and go to the right. It should be very broad mouth.
Is it smiling?
No, it's not happy. Not the happy face. No. It's like more angry. I think he's more angry or scary.
But with one lips, it's difficult to show.
just one line. Draw one line.
Okay, good. One line. Okay.
One line. It will be a mouth of this.
Okay.
Thing. Okay. And now the teeth. Okay. So there are 9 teeth in this creature, but the teeth look a bit different. So start from the left. Draw 2 square teeth.
Only 2? You said 9.
Oh no, start from the left. Draw 2 square teeth.
Okay.
They are not very big. They are middle-sized teeth.
Okay.
Okay. Tooth number 3 is bigger, and it looks sharp. It looks like vampire. So draw this tooth. Okay. Then the next tooth is the same size as the first 2 teeth, so not very big. And then 2 teeth in the middle, they are bigger. They're also square teeth. So 2 teeth in the middle. Okay, now another sharp tooth. Bigger and sharper tooth. And 2 more teeth at the end. Also, they are smaller, square, regular teeth. Okay. And in the bottom, it looks like a line to me. Okay, so just draw a horizontal line.
Under the mouth?
Under the teeth.
Under the teeth.
And then I see something that looks like a tail. Imagine dog and his tail, but a very like short piece of his tail, like at the end. Yeah, so it's in the middle of the and at the bottom of this picture.
In the bottom, in the center.
Center, yes, center.
bottom part.
Under this line.
Under this line, yes.
Ah, under this line. Under.
Is it fluffy?
No, but it has some kind of circles. Okay, three circles inside of this tail. Okay, and also this face has some hair, but really, really small, tiny hair. So start from the left and make like really small lines on the borders, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on the left side, and some more lines on the right side.
My
Very
imagination
tiny,
is
very
going
small.
crazy.
My
You're
imagination.
doing well. Ola, you're doing well.
Okay, I think I finished. Yes.
Oh my god, I will not show it to
So,
anybody.
no legs, no arms, nothing.
No, just looks like a face to me, but a very strange face.
And without legs.
Without legs, just face.
Okay, ladies, I propose to share what we've got. No, you don't want? Why
Oh
not?
my god, okay, something
This is my version. No, it's not like this. I will show you the real one. This is my version, what I have as a result.
It's like something like this.
That's
So
not
you
like
have
this.
opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, just a second. I will share my screen with you. So you could see what it is in reality.
Must be something beautiful.
Here it is.
Octopus.
Yes,
I'm
in
sorry,
my
Lena,
opinion.
I haven't seen the octopus part. I just seen the top part.
Okay, because I was really surprised.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes, as you can see, there were legs
Yeah.
and no arms. Okay. Thanks a lot. You're a brilliant student.
Okay.
You're a genius.
Thank you. I tried.
Not
Great.
exactly elementary, but brilliant.
Yeah, so it's like late elementary, beginning of pre-intermediate.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly what you wanted, Helen, right?
Yeah, probably.
Right. Okay. Well, Ola was the participant. How did you feel during the activity, Ola?
Well, I felt excited. I wanted to share, as much as I can to make sure that people draw it in the best possible way. So I felt engaged and interested.
And as far as I understand, Lena was the other assigned participant because she participated much, right? At least she asked some questions. And so how did you feel as the participant, as the other
Yeah, it
participant?
was like interesting. I wanted to ask more questions. How, where, how many, yes, in what way, yes. So it was interesting also in the meaning of asking questions as well, like for this participant. Yeah, pretty funny game.
Okay, how about the others? Did you consciously make this decision not to ask any questions, or like I don't remember Helen assigning Lena as the second participant, or
No, I didn't. I proposed everybody to take part.
yes. So that's why I'm asking this. That's exactly why I'm asking this. So feels like it happened. It just happened so, right? That we had two active participants. Okay, and think what would happen if you had like 2 or 3 students, and well, they would choose not to participate. What would you do?
I don't know exactly. It's not a task for others to ask questions. Probably if I wanted others to ask questions, I'd say, feel free to ask questions and so on. Here there was a task for Ola to speak and for others to listen and to draw.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what you kept in mind. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Helen. And we are moving on to our last participant today, and it's Maria. Because as far as I understand, the 8th person hasn't appeared, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Maria, can you say something?
Yes, can you hear me well? I have prepared a speaking task, and This speaking task is supposed to be to pre-intermediate level student, I think, like high elementary, but more pre-intermediate student. And it's like a role play situation at the travel agency, because I think that everybody likes traveling and likes visiting.
Okay, just a second. Maria, choose your student.
Okay, well, maybe Helga, yes. Okay,
And now is 13:58 and your activity is starting.
Yes, I will share my screen as well, okay? Yes, can you see it?
It's loading. It's loading.
Oh.
Yes. Now, can you see it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Helga, read please the task. First of all.
And the travel agent. Describe your perfect holiday. It can be a holiday with friends, with family, or a honeymoon, etc. Okay, you should say,
First of all, you should imagine and you should tell me what holiday would it be? Would it be your winter holiday or would it be your summer holiday? And what
summer.
Okay, summer holiday. Okay, so you have the questions and let's discuss these questions. Like I am the travel agent and I will ask you the questions and we would try to choose the best country. After that, afterwards, which you would like to visit and which would be the perfect for your holiday. You shouldn't name me the place, the name of the country exactly, but you can describe what are your preferences, etc. So, where do you want to go? Like, would you like to go to the mountain area, or to the sea area, or to some maybe historical place?
Okay, I want to go to the sea. I want a beach holiday.
And do you like hot weather when it's very, very hot, or like more comfortable?
Okay, hot. I like hot weather.
Okay, good. And it should be on summer.
In summer.
Great. Okay, and where do you want to stay? Do you want to stay in the hotel or maybe in some villa, or would you like to rent an apartment?
All of them are okay for me.
All of them are okay, yes? So you don't mind?
Mind? What does it mean, mind?
Well, you agree like with everything, but it should be comfortable, right?
Oh, okay. I agree with everything.
Okay, and who do you go with? Should it be big, big, or not so big?
With my friend, I think.
With one friend?
No, 2 or 3 friends. A group of. Okay?
A group of friends. Okay, and what do you want to see and do on your trip?
I want to go to the beach. I want to play some sports. I want to go, how can I say, посмотреть какие-то достопримечательности.
Well, you would like to see some places of interest, sightseeing.
Yeah, I remember, sightseeing. I want to go sightseeing. Okay?
Sightseeing. Yeah, sightseeing on some historical places as well, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. And what do you want to buy? Maybe some souvenirs, you know? Souvenirs, yes. Or also maybe some clothes, some food.
Okay. Souvenirs and clothes and food.
So as much as possible. Okay. And how long do you want to stay?
1 or 2 weeks.
So So, what new would you like to try in this country? Maybe some new food or some entertainment. You know the word entertainment? Like some
No, I don't remember.
Okay, I will explain. Entertainment, it's like some fun. For example, some water slides, extreme, or riding horses, something you have never tried before and you would like to try it in this country.
Is it fun?
Yes, it is fun.
It's fun, not scary. Okay. Yes, yeah, I want some entertainment. Okay.
And what entertainment would you like to try? What would you like to do there?
Okay. So some interesting things to do in the evening, like concert, for example. I don't remember this word, like события.
Some события, like what do you want to say?
Like concert, for example, like show. I think something like show, right?
Like, okay. And some food. Aren't you afraid to try some food, or you?
I am afraid. I am afraid. No spiders, no snakes.
Okay. Well, okay, I see. I got what you want. I think the best countries which you can visit in summer and when it's not too hot. Of course, in Egypt, it's too hot in summer and in such countries over there. But I think such country as, for example, as Greece, also Spain would be a perfect place for you because there you can have a lot of entertainment and food is very great and the weather is very comfortable. And of course, in these both countries, there are a lot of places.
Oh, I like it. I like Greece and Spain.
Greece and Spain. Okay, so to what country would you like to go? What country do you choose?
Okay, let it be Greece.
Okay.
Mind. I don't mind, as you say.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Once again, perfect timing. Thank you. Helen. Or no, not Helen, Helga, you are a brilliant elementary student. Okay. Maria, did you have a hard time with the student or was it?
Sometimes, yes, because I had to explain the words and names.
Oh, real work, right? Okay, good. Okay, so when I want you to pretend to be a student of some level, I mean something like that. Okay, when you actually torture your teacher, like you very approach. Okay, so Helga, how did you feel as a student?
It was really involving and entertaining. You know, some positive emotions. Like you think about your holiday. Everyone likes planning your holiday in advance. Yeah. So some kind of positive connotation, right? Simple constructions, like mostly present simple. Very helpful teacher. She explained everything to me during our activity.
Clearly,
right? Very supportive, right?
Okay. So, very good. Are you satisfied with the result, with the travel agent's like country and trip?
For example, yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you. And now we are done with this practical part, and we are moving to the feedback part. Okay. First, I'm going to comment on some general things. I've got some comments, but they are ugly. I'm not going to show them to you. Like, they aren't supposed to be shown to you. They are for me to know what to talk about. So first, as you all said, all the students, like with no exception, said that the activities were involving, fun, interesting. So that's a very good sign. Perfect. So thank you. Well, then, as far as I understand, all the students have a chance to really speak, right?
Yeah.
Like literally to open their mouths and to produce some language. Okay, I have some questions about how this all functions. There were a couple of activities where this kind of isn't the way I see the communication. So how many people participate in speaking?
Two
at least.
2, 3, 4, right? But not one.
Yeah.
So remember about that. There's probably only one situation in modern life where I can imagine a person speaking on their own without an active listener. It's giving a presentation. It can be a small report at school, it can be a small report at university, or a real presentation. Well, so I don't know. This is what I can come up with right away. But if you think of some other situations, it's okay. The idea is that you keep in mind that if it's not a presentation or anything similar to this, so there are 2 people who speak. Okay? At least 2, maybe 3 if your group is bigger. Okay. Then we know that we normally, in your context, you normally have one-to-one lessons.
Yeah.
If there are 2 students, it's possible, of course, to make them communicate with each other, as it happened with Helen's lesson, right?
Yeah.
Helen's activity, and Lena and Ola communicated together, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken with
Yes,
names.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So in this case, you can make your students talk together. What can you do if there are just 2 people, the teacher and the student? Who's the student's partner?
Teacher, sure.
So it's the teacher who asks questions and who is interested and so on and so forth. In this respect, I liked somebody's comment. Don't remember whose. It seems Lena said it. Students always want to know about the teacher. Yes, it's true. They don't want a speaking head in front of them. They want a person who can tell them something interesting about their life, who can ask them, who is interested in what they are saying, and also who can agree and disagree. I remember a couple of activities where you had to say something and explain why. To me, this activity can be extended or transformed into a kind of discussion, because normally when people interact and explain why, so there might be follow-up questions, like you say why, and I would say, I don't understand, give me more details, or like something. Or I could say, I disagree, like I still prefer apples, not bananas. So, I wouldn't be afraid to be the other person in communication, because there is nobody else in a one-to-one lesson a student can communicate with. Remember about teacher talking time, of course, that the student is the main participant, but without interaction, they will not learn how to be an active listener, how to respond to unexpected questions, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is one general comment about this interaction. So people who had these activities when the student had to speak and the teacher only listened, well, I would call this activity probably vocabulary practice or like grammar practice, but not the speaking activity. It's just a different type of activity. It's possible, but don't call it speaking then. You're not teaching speaking at this moment. Well, Next, instructions. I remember the first couple of activities. In the first couple of activities, there was just explanation of what to do. The students said that they coped well with it. They are probably very experienced students, which is not bad at all. I always appreciate experienced students who know what the teacher might ask them to do. However, I'd like to share one phrase with you. It's from one teacher told me that like it's like a formula. I'm putting it in chat. The best instruction. Can anybody finish maybe? Do you know
it's
this?
Short instruction. I don't know, maybe short instruction. It's short. Maybe no. Like precise or something like that.
But there's something even better than short instruction. The best instruction is demonstration.
Oh,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that this would be an example, something like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The best instruction is demonstration. When you demonstrate what the student should do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If, for example, it's a description of a kind of a monster, you could choose a very simple one and just describe it to the student, like a very simple for the beginning. Mm-hmm. If it's there was a board game, if it's such a board game, you could literally demonstrate. So here's this dice, we roll the dice, it's 3, it's cold drinks. So and then you say, my favorite cold drink is blah, 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 and you explain why. And then you need to check with the student if the student understood. What's your favorite, or what was your favorite question today to check this instruction?
Yeah. Which?
Mm-hmm. What do you normally do to make sure the student got what they have to do?
Just ask, is that clear? Like, did you get it? Something like that, yes. And sometimes in most cases they answer, no, actually, I don't get the idea. Can you explain once more? Yes, but demonstration is definitely like the better way.
Yeah. About this given instructions, I'll probably talk to Marina, and we might have a session.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk to her. Yes, very often students say, yes, it's clear.
And then they make mistakes.
Yeah. And then it appears that they don't understand. So in this case, like you would probably, there was a purple task, purple, about a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this question, is it clear or something, do you understand? Mm-hmm. I think for such a brief and clear task, you could actually ask the student, and for all tasks, ask the students to tell you what they understand. Mm-hmm. So, what do you need to do?
Mm-hmm.
This. Do you need to ask me questions? Yes. Or do you need to use numbers? No. Hmm? Because if you only tell it like a text, they might really forget or still give numbers when they're not supposed to. This doesn't relate only to the activities which I'm mentioning. I'm just giving the examples which I remembered. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
Yeah.
These are general comments which I have at the moment, and we have some time to go through all of them. And the most important thing for me is the criteria. We have 7 activities, and did they all meet the criteria? Can be used in real life, both participants initiate communication or interaction, information gap, participants can't avoid speaking, these ones. Do they meet the criteria?
maybe every teacher can analyze her task.
Unfortunately, we don't have so much time to analyze everyone's tasks, right? So let's look at it in general. The teachers who feel that their task cannot be used in real life, please comment.
Well, my one, it's not like very adapted to life, but if you change my task with like to choose some other objects, you can adapt it to real life.
Okay. So you could do it this way. You could also, it's something which I can tell most of you. After you finish the activity, you could extend from this situation to other situations with a simple question like, okay, we did it with this boat. What are other situations in life where you could use it? And if we look at Helen's activity with this monster description, which is like real fun, but imagine a student who is learning it, right? And then, and why do I need it? What do I need to do with it?
Why? To describe anybody.
Okay, yes, but like you're very clever, you're a teacher. I know that there are different students and not all of them can guess how they can use it. So probably you could ask them where they could use this, or you could just tell them, okay, great, now I'm sure you can describe anyone, any ugly friend you have, like the ugly friend. Like, you can make it serious or make it a joke, depending on your student. You know your student better. Okay, so think about how you could apply this in real life, and if you can't apply this in real life, don't do this, or at least don't call it speaking activity, right? There was, I'm sorry, I'll have to say a name here. There was one activity which cannot be applied in life in any possible way. Which was it? The teachers don't confess, so it's the snowball.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about this, but after thinking twice, so to say, if I have some time left, I can say that now you can tell me about your day, your usual everyday life, if you want to share something with you. Of course, it's rather a drilling task, you know, in order to drill the structure of an English sentence. But it can have broader sense. I'm defending this task, actually, because it can have a broader sense. Students at this stage, they just learn how to build English sentences correctly, because we know that this analytical language, they need to understand how to build this. But I don't think that I should explain the students that this was quite an analytical task because English is an analytical language. No, I can just say that after this, you can tell me your everyday life activities and even some of your friends' everyday life activities, because we used some of the third person singular. That's it, I can explain it. But of course, it can be used as a drilling task in the beginning, like a warmer.
Okay. I have a comment here. Look, I'm not saying that this activity is bad. It's a good activity. I would change it a little bit, but okay. The aim of this activity is good. There's nothing bad in it. The thing is that today we are trying out speaking activities. And my task is not to say this is good and this is bad. My task is to raise your awareness of what you're doing. Okay? So if it's a drilling activity, then it's a drilling activity. And you don't like finish work with some grammar with such an activity. You are aware that this is just drilling, and after drilling, we need to do the speaking, something they can do in real life. Okay?
Okay.
I want you all to understand, not only Olga. Like when you're doing something like a drilling activity or a vocabulary activity is not the end. The end is something you can apply in real life. And for Helen with the monster, I personally would actually describe a person after that. So, okay. We trained with a monster. Now, what can we do in life? We can describe a person. Okay, describe a person. And then you give a photo, or they describe their friend. So, decide. Okay. This is about real life. Then, both participants initiate communication. Can everybody say that in their activity, both people participated? Can everybody say that? Is there anyone who feels that probably there was not enough real communication between the teacher and the student?
Well, yeah, in my activity, I should have asked more questions, more of like asking for reasons, asking like why and why else, like pushing.
Look, this is good what you're saying. However, I want to get back to what I said before. And like you were talking about, you're asking more questions.
Yeah.
How would you make the student participate too? Like that not only you ask questions, the student also ask you questions, or you change roles at some point.
Yeah.
Let me look at what exactly your activity was. It was the lifeboat. In your activity, it's not only like in this lifeboat. I would make it a discussion because it's definitely a discussion.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I believe that this is more important. Let's take this. Oh, I insist. Like no. Then
to express my opinion.
Like you express your opinion, then the students needs to prove that their opinion is the best. Probably you would have to shorten the number of things, like 5, for example, if you have just 7 minutes. But then it would be communication.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
How about information gap? Was information gap present in all activities?
In my activity, there wasn't any information gap.
There was a perfect information gap.
For listeners.
For listeners, there was no task for listeners, and they actually asked you about it, right?
Yeah.
So there was information gap, definitely, because they didn't know what picture is described, and they had to listen. The information gap makes you listen.
Yes, really.
Ask questions, yes. But there was no task for the listener. Okay. So both participants need to understand why they communicate. But the information gap was everywhere. So thank you, girls. Like in all activities, like you had to listen and at least to do something, not always speak, but do something in response. Can't avoid speaking.
Everywhere couldn't avoid speaking.
And well, in Helen's activity they could. It's that Lena was really striving to draw the right monster, and she asked questions. Okay,
but Ola couldn't.
Ola couldn't, but there were 2 participants in your case. Or
no, in my case, just teacher and student, because usually we have individual lessons, yes? So I would ask extra questions, sure, but I just propose to take part, to have fun.
I see. Okay, so that's why...
And Lena is active.
Sorry.
No, that's wonderful. Why not?
Yeah, thank you very much for that, because that's why, Helen, I asked you to decide what exactly you want. To avoid this confusion. Now I see. Okay, good. Anyways, the teacher could ask these questions.
And I believe it was necessary, really.
Okay, good. In other cases, I guess this criteria was met, right? Okay. Response requires more than 1 or 2 words. What do you think? Did all of the activities meet this criterion?
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Maybe there was one with the snowball, but this was one word at a time. And we already agreed that it was a drilling activity, not speaking. So, we could say, oh, that's a mistake. But mistakes are made once again to raise your awareness. So you make a mistake, then you know, this is not what's needed. Then the other thing is needed. Good. And a variety of grammar and vocabulary needed, not only the target language.
Everywhere.
I wouldn't say everywhere, but in most cases. Lifeboat definitely needed a variety. Taboo game definitely. Snowball probably is a bit limited, but once again, it's more drilling. In drilling, the language is limited. It's the nature of the task. A basketball player, yes. A board game, here, all the group today, all the teachers tried to limit it, but I also tried to defend it the way it is. So if you give the phrases, then you limit it. And it's not, and the focus is not on speaking, but on drilling these phrases. Okay? You can do both, but you choose which you want to do and why. Okay? If you're training speaking, no limits. Okay. Fine. Artist, okay. A variety, yes, the monster, and a role play, also quite a variety, I should say. Okay, so most of them. All right, good. And probably to finish, is there anything you would like to change in any of the activities? For example, there was some activity which you really think was had to be changed somehow. Any comments?
No. For me, it's like it was okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, probably when you get used to analyzing your activities in this way, you will do it during the activity, and that will be easier. Just a second. I'll see if I have missed something. Something about the vocabulary. It's about lifeboat. I would make sure the students understand all the vocabulary before the activity.
Yeah, sure.
Starting it, let's look at this vocabulary. Do you have any questions about the words? Clarify and then start. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Then one tricky thing. What do you do if you don't know a word? So a student asks you about a word and you don't know. What could you do?
Check a dictionary.
Yeah,
do it together. Maybe. Yeah.
You're online. Look.
Yeah.
You could say, well, I'm sorry, I forgot. Give me a second. I'll check it up in the dictionary. So
actually, he or she should check it.
Yeah.
Student can check it. Yes. So it depends on the student's level. It might take too long. Just
okay.
Make sure they can do it fast enough for your timing. So, like, no problem, but be careful here. Okay. So. There's nothing bad. You are not a dictionary. You can't know all the words, but make sure you check them. Okay? And you don't leave a student without the word they need. Okay. I want to say that I was happy to hear some teachers giving a feedback to the students after the lesson. Like, really, this is what they need, even just like any kind of summary and the language feedback is good for them. One comment about a basketball player, it's Ola. Okay. Your final task was to to introduce this person, given all this information. I want to ask you about real life. In real life, when we introduce someone, do we really give so much information about them?
Okay, maybe introduce was not the right word, right? So just maybe just talk in general, yeah, about the person.
Like, for example, tell your friend about
some interesting details about the life of the person.
Like, oh, you know, I read about a basketball player, so he's genius, and I think I like him as a person, blah, 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 blah. So then it would be natural, okay? Okay, I think I've already commented on everything else. Well, and now to summarize, just a couple of minutes, everyone should say one sentence about what key thing they are taking away. For example, what I'm taking away from this seminar is that well, the plan for one of the next seminars. Instructions, yes, I think we need it. Okay, this is my takeaway. How about you?
Can I start? I'm taking away information about criteria. Last lesson, last seminar, I didn't pay much attention on it. But this time when we are using everything practically, really I understood that I need to think more about these moments.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Next.
About instructions, for me, it's like definitely like the instruction is demonstration, yes, because sometimes we can speak too fast, or for us it might be clear, yes, and we think that it's clear for students as well, and we just run quickly away from this, and then we think that it's like, yay, let's start doing that. So it's really cool.
Okay, good. I like it.
About that every task should be connected with the real life situation, of course, and not only keep this in mind every time, but also instruct and tell and remind a student that you can meet the situation actually in real life, you can use it.
I would say not every activity, not every exercise, but every speaking activity.
Yes, right.
Okay, good.
I like the idea of virtual dice because I'm using board games a lot with my offline students, and I wasn't sure how I can do it with students online. So I think the board games can be quite engaging for online students as well. So I borrowed that idea.
Me too. Thanks for a reminder. Yeah, I never do this with my Skype students. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yes, and me too. I would like to add that I like this game very much, a board game, and it's a good game. And I would definitely, I've heard lots of time about these games, but I played another games with my students. But I will definitely use it probably even next lesson, and I would try using, because this is something new and something very interesting and very, very involved.
Okay, good.
Okay, I will take away just all these very interesting exercises. I liked all of them. They are really, really like practical. And I pointed out for me this idea that I should really distinguish these tasks for speaking and for practicing of grammar, or like for methodological speaking and for actually interaction. Yeah, I will pay my attention to that more.
Good. Is there anyone left?
Yeah, me. So I would like to especially emphasize Olga's activity about snowball. I know it's brilliant, and it's perfect when you try to teach them sentence structures. I've got a lot of questions about how should I construct my sentence, where I should put these adverbials like place, time. You know, it's a good drill to teach them the structure, really.
Yeah, it's a really good drilling activity. Yes, I agree. All people?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Questions? No? Okay.
Only thanks.
Well,
It was great.
I understand that you'll have the video of this seminar, and you'll be able to go back look at the comments and at the criteria and at everything. And I wish you to use successfully everything you've seen and tried today. And well,
Thanks a lot.
to you and your students.
Yeah, thank you. It was great.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.